Welcome to another installment of the Life of Riley, Liberty chapter. So this is our third time in the round crowd. We didn't film our second time, which is very much a repeat of the first. Before we get going at Liberty, what I will do is I'll just do a little something here just to get him a little more connected. He's not too bad, but there's a horse out there that got to get out on the grass and he's focused a little on that and the other horse is moving around. There is a common myth that Liberty results in connection. Well, not really true. You don't need to do Liberty to get connection between yourself and your horse, but what it does show up is how much connection you have. Really hard thing to measure. I mean, how do you quantify something like connection? One way to see a reflection of connection is how much attention they pay to you. So there are people who have never done Liberty, probably never will do Liberty, who get perfectly well connected with their horse, mutual connection between the two of them, which is evident in the way they ride. That's my man. But Liberty is a great way for us to learn more about that connection, how to make it more subtle. So that's about as much as we need of that. So for me, it was just a matter of moving him enough to where I could see he had obviously a little more attention on me. Now I can see he obviously has less attention on me. Hey, there we go. You'll be fine. That's my man. Okay. So what we're going to do today is we're just going to add a little bit of the straight draw. So Liberty really is a combination of connection, getting their attention, and draw, which I would define as their willingness to be with you. So if you take the halter off and they run away, not so willing to be with you, right? And we can start in a variety of ways. I'm going to start with hindquarter yield until the eye comes through, and then we'll take that and walk around here a little bit. And I'm very conscious that what I want here and what I'm doing is for him to stick with me, not the other way around. So I'm not slowing down because he's a slow horse or speeding up because he's a fast horse. I'm asking him to stick with me, and if he's not going at a suitable pace, if he's lagging behind, I'll come around and go catch up. Okay? No, you did well, so don't worry, you're fine. So I'm looking for him to alter his speed to match mine. So I'm very pleased with that so far. And this just shows that what we've done online previously has worked well. I'm going to do a little test here. I'm going to see if I can get out in front of him and draw him. So I started this online against a fence, very, very close range, and it's still pretty short range, but very, very close when I started it. And of course, I'm adding stimulus which is actually in front of his drive line and to one side. So quite naturally, I need him to be thinking about coming forward before I add that stimulus. Stimulus isn't a lot to begin with, but there's energy in front of him, so they're apt to go back. So if they're thinking backwards, you put energy in front of them, they will go backwards quick. The key to overriding the drive line is that a horse will move in the direction of their most prominent thought. So if I can create a forward thought, I can be way out in front of him, crack a whip or hit the ground or some sort of energy with a flag, whatever the stimulus is, and he'll result in putting more energy into his thoughts. If it's a coming towards me thought, he'll be doing that. If I up the energy in too much of an increment, if I jump up there, then he's apt to do something other than what I want, right? It might just be too much for him right away. So let's just see what we got. Quite naturally, when I would do this for the first time, I would expect them to move a little laterally. If the stimulus is on this side, they're going to go out there, etc. So one way for me to tell where his thoughts are going is if I put energy out there and he comes straight to me without going laterally, I go, he was thinking about coming in, right? That's it. No, and a bit of this. So that's what we're testing today. We're seeing, basically testing our work online and seeing where we need to do a little better. Okay, so I'm going to get a little distance between the two of us. You're okay, mate. You're okay. You just stay there. You'll be fine. Okay, that's probably enough, to start? What do you think? So I want to draw a little, get his attention. Oh, okay, we had forwards, but we can see he had a little bit of lateral drift. So what cements this, of course, is when he comes in, I do the very boring thing of just hanging out with him. Just hanging out with the big doofus. Yeah. But my little hot-blooded horse has got plenty of energy to put into it, which is nice. So he doesn't mind a little scratch, so I'll just add that in. It's not mandatory, but if I just add a little something he might like, that won't do us any harm. And I will even swap the energy, swap the stick from side to side sometimes. So I did that with my right hand. I might come over here with my left hand. And just so I don't have to have my back to the camera, let's just see. Can we? I know, we haven't taught him to park. That's going to be a later lesson. So we want forwards and go. Okay, that was all over the shop, but anyway, we got predominantly forwards. So that was more good than bad. That was bounce left, bounce right. You look like a bullfighter. So that's okay. And it's one of those things where I wouldn't do it until it was perfect. I would do enough of it to where the intention's clear, and I'm still doing it, right? This exercise of drawing is still underway. So what happens once he gets to me will determine how he feels about coming to me. Now, if he loves it here, he might get that little thought in his mind that, gee, I wish I'd just come straight and got there sooner. They're not actually going to think that exact thought, okay? That's just, that's the sort of thing we think to ourselves, but that's what kind of thing we're trying to get here. So having him enjoy that little part. Yeah. And he has become kind of a cuddly sort of horse, which is funny given that you didn't like to be touched when I first got you, eh? Not so keen on the touching. So here we go. We're going to go for we're going to try something else today. We're going to do a little more trotting. We did this in the last session, a couple of days ago, I think it was. So I haven't been doing something every day with him. It's just really when I have time in between the other horses and the other demands of life. So here, really nice position. Loving it. So really good position. So I'm going to try just to go back so we don't get to where the camera's in the wrong place. I'm going to use the rail a little bit to help, and I'm going to speed him up into a trot. What I'd like to see is, could he trot before me? There we go, then I'll trot a little bit. Can he stay in position? He's a little forward. Overall pretty good. Can we come off the rail? Ooh. Can we slow down? So you see it's gradual transitions. I build it up slow and I cause him to trot, not ask him to trot. So the causing him to trot is a result of his willingness to stay in position. And the position's not exact right now, but it's pretty good. He's putting effort into it, so I'm pleased with that deal. So we do it again. Speed up here. Good. Oh, bumped into me. Good man. And we now come to a stop and a back. That was exceptional. Good man. Now the thing we haven't had happen is he leaves and I get to move him around and draw him back. If that was to happen, and it will at some point, you just know it will. If it was to happen, I would move him until his attention was on me, at the very least. Mostly I would try and move him until he thought about coming back and then open that door for him. If he offered it early, I'd be real happy to have it. What I'm not going to do in that case is beg him to come back. I'll just move him. Say, yeah, that's fine, you're okay out there, you just get to move a bit. A horse like this doesn't mind moving so much, so he might stay out there a little while, that's okay. Try a little corkscrew here. So we'll change sides, change directions. Swing back, there we go. Comes through. Ooh, yes, yes, there you go. I speed up a little bit, so I want him staying in that shoulder. Yes. We're all a little bit forwards there, my man. Ooh. You're okay. Well done. Now in this turn, of course he's got to move a little quicker anyway. I'm speeding up, he trots, I trot, that's my boy. I turn a little bit. Hang in there, mate. Exceptional. That is plenty for today. Plenty, that was really well done. So that's Riley's third Liberty session. And it shows up that when we pick the pace up, he's a little bit unsure whether that's in the straight draw or even in me going around stick with me like that, but it's not bad. It's not bad for a third go at Liberty. Well done. Okay, tune in next time.